Davos. Hi, Mr. Jamaica. How are you doing? Oh, I'm seeing you. I can see you clearly.
Oh,
But I'm not.
Can
there
you?
he is.
Yeah, see? Yeah, guys, we're back on and we can hear each other. Can you see me, Mr. Jamaica?
No, I'm only seeing.
You can you can see you can see Nathan?
Yes, I'm seeing Nathan, but I'm not seeing you.
Okay, that's perfect. That's fine.
No, it's not fine. I want to see everybody.
Okay, so
No.
Okay. Oops. I made a mistake. I should tell
all
someone
right.
not.
That's okay. Don't worry if they can all come on. Guys, just share the video. Thank you guys for coming on to this afternoon. We're gonna obviously have a fantastic, messy show because we have some technical difficulties, but it's all working out for good. I thought I was only going to be able to give you Mr. Supernatural, and now voila, we have Mr.
Yeah.
Jamaica. Oh my goodness. it's, it's getting
Mr.
better than I thought.
We could get Mr. B on here too, but he can't speak English.
No problem. We'll just translate. Does he speak French?
No, no.
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 I speak Korean though. I speak
Oh,
Korean.
okay. So no
Yeah.
problem if we get him on board. See, the whole show is about having fun and just getting through this crisis. So it's nothing formal that you can come in or you can come in. No, it's fine. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Jamaica, for your time. And Nathan, I would just let you introduce yourself. And please, Mr. Jamaica, you introduce yourself after Nathan.
Okay. I'm Nathan Johnson, Mr. Supranational Canada 2019. What else could I tell you? I do modeling. I've been getting into a little bit of acting lately, but it's been canceled due to the COVID-19 outbreak. Um, I'm a reservist in the Canadian Armed Forces. I'm a student at the University of Windsor, and I am one of six brothers, so I have a pretty big family. So I come from a big family, and I try and do everything that I can. My motto is do as much as I can while I can. So I'm young, and therefore I try and dip my toes into as many different things as I can so that I can figure out what I love in life. And that way I can pursue my passion.
I like that. You dip your toes in many things to pursue what you like. Why did you say that? Is it because of your age or because that's just the way you want to be?
Well, coming from a big family and coming from just where I have, in Canada, you're expected to know what you want to do and then pursue that, right? So growing up, you go to grade school and you go to high school, and then you're expected to know what university you want to go to and what you want to pursue, and that will take you into a career that you're expected to do the rest of your life. Nowadays, not so much, but that's generally what was expected. And so I was one of the many that didn't know what they want to do, and it's still somewhat like that. However, I found out through my travels and through dipping my toes in different things that that is the exact way I want to do things. I don't know what I love to yet. I just know what I like, and I pursue what I like, hoping to find something that I love. And the more things I try, the closer I get to finding that thing that I have to do.
That is such an amazing encouragement for a lot of the young people that will be listening today, some of which think they have to find what they love and stick to it, but not knowing how to find it. You are starting from dipping your toes in many things and finding what you like
Mhm.
first. Then you're going to narrow it down to what you love, and then you're going to
That's right.
stick to it. That's a fantastic strategy. See,
You need
so
options, right? You can't just pursue something that you don't know anything about hands on. right? You need to try stuff. So if I want to get into the entertainment industry, I got to see what the entertainment industry is like firsthand, or I want to work my way up into it, right? Work up the chain. Same thing in business. If I want to get into business, I should probably dip my toes in that. A lot of people do that by working for big restaurant chains or big companies when they're the little guy and then working their way up the ladder. But I want to figure out what ladder I want to climb because it's all about ladders, right?
That is so correct.
In some
Well, say that again.
in some ways, it's all about ladders because it doesn't have to be.
It's not in some ways, in everything in life. And if we go into that, it's going to be another huge topic. It is all about ladders because you know what? Stagnancy is not what anybody wants in life. Nobody wants to be stagnant. So you always want to go from one step to the other and another step and another step. Again, talking about another step and another step, we are in one situation right now, which is another step in life for people like young adults like you. This is a different stage in life. I'm pretty sure you've never experienced anything like this before. And there are a lot of other young people out there are so confused, so frustrated. Tell us your experience through this whole COVID-19 thing.
Well, if I can look at it from an exterior perspective, so at one point I compared this whole outbreak to like a summer vacation, not in the sense that it's fun and we can go places and we can do whatever. It's in the sense that we left our normal everyday lives for some reason, right? The schedules, everything's changed, right? There are people that are working from home. There are people that are still going to work. There are health professionals that are saving lives every day. But for the young people, it's like a long summer vacation. Now we as young people, we can decide to just do nothing, kind of like some of us did when we were younger in the summers, just stay at home, play video games, stay at home, watch Netflix or whatever. We can do that. Or we can prepare for when this summer is over and we're all expected to go back to our regular lives. Now, like another thing is that as young people who may or may not be living at home with their parents, you need to make an income somehow. They need to make money. And so they need to keep working. And if they have no way to keep working, then they're stuck. Now, the government's put things in place to help young people like that, but it's still a struggle. So there are those who are out living on their own that have to find other means of making an income. And then there are those who live at home and have that stability of their parents, given that their parents have that stability also.
You made a fantastic point that even adults, I noticed talking to them, don't even think about it that way. A lot of people are stuck in the fact that this pandemic has paralyzed them and they've decided to remain in that paralytic for what I'm having twisted tongue now. What I'm trying to say is they've decided, they deliberately chose to remain in that situation because of the pandemic. But you are young adult, and guys, I don't even want to say his age. When I say young, he is really young enough to be my son. I'm serious because I know his age. Okay, if he permits me, or maybe he would say it later, I don't know, but he is young. So speaking so maturely with wisdom, I fell in love with you the very first day I met you because of the kind of things that was coming from you and the charisma, the way you carried yourself. What is that? Where did it come from?
In all honesty, it took a long time for me to discover that and to be able to use that charisma, that confidence. But it all came from my mother. My mother, she is my rock. She is my greatest inspiration. She is my greatest hero. My mother is the reason why I'm here. She's the reason why I'm doing as well as I'm doing. She's the reason why my brothers are doing as well as they're doing.
We're gonna talk
responsible for it all.
Yeah, we're gonna talk to praise to God first because I met your mom and she is a believer. She worships God. So God gave her the strength. And guys, this mother he's talking about, trust me, is a single mother. So for all the single parents out there, single mothers out there, kudos to all of you. I met him, met the mother, met your brother, and she single-handedly raised 6 of you, right? Oh
For the
my
most
God.
part, sing on her own for the most part.
And all boys, all
All
boys.
boys, yep.
And all of them are doing amazing things. One of your brother is in the football thing in
Both
the
of them are football players in the United States. They're Division 1 players, so that's a
Division
high level.
one
Yep,
players and on full scholarship for
full
school.
scholarships. Yep.
Who says a single parent cannot do it? Anyways, that's a talk for another time. When we come on next time, maybe we'll come on with a single mother that will encourage a lot of other single parents out there that things can be done if you are willing and determined. That's what your mom taught me. Meeting with her, that's what I learned. Anything can be achieved if you're determined and willing. Thanks so much, guys, for joining us. Without you, these shows will not be going on. So I'm just going to give a shout out to Frederick, Kenneth, Peace, Loretta, Charles, Tamara, pardon me, Onyebe, I would say, Sunday, Patience, Lufemi, Alex, Odeyemi, Charkley, Harmony. So guys, thank you so much. There's many more people on the web page. We have Talbot. It would be fantastic if you guys can just type in, because I can see the country where you're logging in from. The last show we had people from Australia, Belize, Africa, Angola, Africa. So some part of the African countries, which was Angola, Tanzania, Kenya, Nigeria, of course, you know, so many places. And it's very encouraging. So please just tell us where you're watching from, and I'll give a shout out to that country. And hopefully you guys can come on here also to tell us how you guys doing in your country. Hey, Chocolate, thank you so much. Chocolate, Alex, thank you guys for joining. God bless you. So we're talking today about how the young people are taking this whole fiasco and how they are managing to live through it. And our guest today, a special guest today, very special indeed, is a young man that is serving in the military in Canada. You didn't say that. He's serving, he's a student, and he is a beauty pageant,
Yes,
winner.
beauty pageant guy. Yeah.
It's a beauty pageant winner, titled Mr. Supernatural Canada 2019. So we are just talking by the name Nathan Johnson. So Nathan, you made a very, very important point here where you say people can either sit down and just wait for this time to pass them by, and then once everything is gone through, they can continue their life from where they stopped. Or you can prepare yourself, if I hear you clearly, so that when these things pass, because it will come to pass, and when it passes, you're already way ahead because of the work you must have done now.
You're ahead you can be ahead spiritually, physically, and mentally. However, financially, that's a struggle that a lot of us can't control from home, and that's what differs here. So people can do their best at home to remain dynamic, make sure you're staying healthy, you can eat well, you can exercise. You know, you can exercise from home. All you need is an open space. You can do some yoga, you can run on the spot, you can do, there's so many things you can do. I can go on and on.
So
right?
basically what you're saying is there's no excuse to sit on the couch potato flipping the TV during this time.
No, absolutely not. There's
How
no
busy are
reason
you?
why you can't. Sorry?
How busy are you
How busy
right
am
now?
I at the moment?
Yeah.
I'd say 50% of my time is occupied. Then the
That's
other
good.
50% is
So
just,
you're not bored. You can't say you're bored at home right now.
oh, there's so much to do at home. You know,
I
can
like
clean,
that.
You could just clean up or something. There's still cleaning that needs to be done always. You know, there's never nothing to do. You know, there's no excuse.
The truth is today, a lot of people don't understand that there is always something you can do. And one of the amazing places you can spend your time, for me personally, and that's where my heart is helping the everyday ordinary people in any way, just like what we're doing right now. I did not start a talk show. I just started this screening just to be able to reach out to the everyday ordinary people that are just sitting down and don't know what to do. So hearing from people like you, hearing from people in authority, hearing from people in the front line, first class, that is not CNN, it's not Al Jazeera, it's not one of the local CBC news telling you things that are not even proven, or you can't even prove it. They're just telling you based on how the news come in. You know, it's encouraging. It's encouraging them. So what would be your advice to the people that are really, really in a stage of depression right now? Because a lot of people are, especially the young people, they're confused.
I so my who I am today, what I represent, and how you see me now is not how I always was. There was a point in time where I lost a lot of weight. I wasn't good looking. I wasn't very motivated. I was very much an unmotivated young individual. And that was when I was 17, 18, still in high school, done high school. And that all changed when I went away and I did a youth exchange in South Korea. That just completely changed my life.
You went away to South Korea
Yep.
by yourself.
Yep.
What
And
age?
I was 17 and then I turned 18 in the country.
Wow. How long did you stay there?
I was there for 10 months.
Wow. Okay, go ahead.
And that's, I can relate. I can relate to not wanting to do anything, not wanting to get up, just wanting to lie down. That state of depression, and it's almost like purgatory, right? You're just sitting there. You're just sitting there, just mindless, don't know what to do. And the best advice I can give you is to just do. You know, like Nike says, just do it. And I know that's kind of cheesy, but it's right. You have to just drop everything like you're a crazy person, stand up and do something. Do push-ups, run, walk. If you have a dog, walk that dog. If you have a piece of paper, write a little note, write a journal. Just do something that can occupy your brain, because when you're doing something and you're applying your attention and your passion into it, whatever it is, you won't feel that depression unless you're focusing on that depression. If you focus on how you feel bad and you focus on how you're in a state of depression and self-loathing, that's gonna multiply that feeling, right? You're gonna feel a lot worse. So you need to write about something different. That could be write about the end of this virus, write about what you're gonna do when it's done, but more importantly, write about what you're gonna do now. Right now, it's important to live in the present. Don't think about when this is all over, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this. No, 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 no. What are you going to do now to make yourself a better person in the future? It's all about what you do now. It's not about what happens after. It's now. Live in the now. That's the most important thing you can do.
How did you come up with this wisdom? Is it by experience? You practiced it yourself? No, seriously. Because you're speaking wisdom. Wisdom of an older person that must have lived through a lot of life experience. What you're speaking now is what I speak to the younger ones that I mentor. And I'm twice your age, more than twice your age. Seriously.
I've been called an old soul since I was, as long as I can remember, I've always been called an old soul.
I will call you an old soul too. Yeah. And you said another thing that was super, super interesting. You said, look at the good in all things. There is something good that you can do. A lot of young people today are very, very discouraged because the world looks like there is nothing good in it. And that's why you see a lot of suicide in the middle age. You know, a lot of them just say, you know what, there's nothing in this life. A situation like we are going through right now is enough to just tell somebody, you know what, I'm done. What is your advice?
Could you rephrase that for me?
So So you said something while you were talking. You said you
The good.
have to look at everything and find something good in it.
Mm-hmm.
In life today, it is very difficult to find something good, taking into consideration the times that we're living in, especially in this pandemic time.
Yeah.
Who would have known that everything would cease just like that? So,
That's
for a young person outside now that is looking at these things and don't understand it and decide, you know what, I'm just going to take my life. Because I had to deal with this like 2 days ago. A young person that, was thinking suicidal. They're
mm-hmm.
out there. As a young man, what would you advise if one of your friends come up to you and say, hey, Nathan, you know what? I'm fed up of all of this. I'm just going to take my life.
I think that the images and the media that we consume, that we see, is very harmful to us, right? The media. A friend of mine, she constantly looks at the updates for the COVID-19 virus, right? She constantly looks at the infected rate, the death toll. That she constantly looks at it all. She worries about it. Um, and the media reports the deaths. They don't report the recoveries,
That's
right?
right.
And so I don't want to go on a philosophical spiel about how the media is poison, but if you consume too much media, it's going to cause you to worry, right?
Aha.
There's a lot of nurses and medical healthcare professionals out there that are putting these videos on the internet that are going viral, telling
Mm-hmm.
people, look, you hoarding things, you stocking up on medical equipment, it's not doing any good for anyone, right? There are people that need it. There are so many rants that I see all the time, and it's because people are in a state of panic. And so the best thing I could tell someone is, again, to take a step back, right? Look at where you are and think about the bubble, the little like your bubble of the earth, right? Where you live in the entire earth, the sky you see, and then think of all the sky you can't see, right?
Mm.
Your bubble of the earth is a very small spot. It's a very small space. And so if you can learn how to live within that and not worry about all the things that are outside of that, you will feel a sense of relief,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
Because where you live, there aren't 200,000 people infected in your little gap. There aren't. All the numbers in all the other places in the world, they don't matter. Your community should be your only concern. And where you go within your community should be your only concern. And how frequently you go out in your community should be your only concern when it comes to getting sick. Finding good things has nothing to do with the media, with the virus, with anything. This time is a time where you can learn more about yourself, self-expression, self-love. Take a bath, do a face mask,
I
do your
love that.
nails, you
That's
know?
right.
Love yourself. If you have nothing to do inside the house and your house is spotless, if your house is spotless and you have nothing left to do, I'm sorry, no one's house is spotless right now. Like,
No,
no one's house is
not
spotless right
my
now.
house.
Always something to do.
To
Okay?
clean.
That's right. Make the space, the environment that you live in look better, and you will feel better. A clean room will give you a clean sense of mind, right? Make
Mm.
your bed every day. If your bed isn't made, I'm personally, making a bed's a big thing for me, right? I'm in the military, and that's something that they really drill into you, right? Making sure that your area is clean and clear and organized. You have a
Wow.
more organized sense of just more organized sense of mind when
Wow.
everything's clean. So if your bed isn't made in the morning, I'm sorry, this is my opinion, but you're doing something wrong. All
I'm
right?
gonna start making my bed in the morning. I don't.
Make when you get up, make your bed, make it look neat. All right? You can do
Okay.
what they did in the olden days and bounce a quarter off of it, right? Make your bed super, super nicely. And that's a
Wow.
great start to the day. That's an
Wow.
amazing start to the day, right?
Wow.
Organization, clear mind. Okay, I just did something. What's next?
Wow.
What's next? What's next? Keep
Wow.
accomplishing things. You don't have to make goals. You just need to get in the mindset to complete something. Wake up every day like you have something to do, like you have somewhere to go within your own bubble, within your own life.
Wow. Tell us a little bit about your daily activity on a normal day. On a normal day.
There's no normal day. there really isn't.
I
Every day is
can
different.
relate with that. Every day is
Yeah.
different. There's so
Every
many
day.
things you're doing. So
Mhm.
yeah. So do you just sit and maybe you get called to go to the military, or how do you manage that with school? And the reason why I want you to talk about this is just to tell the young people out there that you can be whatever you want to be. There's no time to wait and say, oh, I can't do this together. You are a living witness that is doing two things together, three things together.
As many things as I can while I can. Um, so at the moment, school, I'm not too worried about it. I
Because it's
start,
out,
I,
yeah.
yeah, it's out, right?
Yeah.
Um, the military, I can't talk too much about it because a lot of it is, it's
Private.
not, yeah, it's private
Okay.
information.
Okay.
But it's whenever the call comes in,
Yeah.
that's when I go.
Yeah.
Um,
The whole thing is you can, if you want to, manage whatever
oh
you
yeah,
want to manage.
yeah,
That's the truth.
yeah. So I'll give you an example. What I did the other day was I packed all of my military gear as if I had to leave the next day. That was 3 days ago, but
Mhm.
I packed it all like I had to leave the next day.
Oh, wow.
Right? So I'm completely ready in that department. If I need to go, I can go. I'm fine. That's something that I had to do. That's something that if I feel more prepared, I feel a sense of ease. There's weight off my shoulders now.
Wow. Because you're
Right?
prepared.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're prepared. Wow.
Exactly.
Well, Nathan, thank you so much. Thank you guys for the ones that are just joining in. Mama Chi, Fumilayo, Ishama. Thank you guys so much for joining. If anyone have questions, my number is right on the screen on WhatsApp. Just text the question and give it to me. You have your dog with you, I think.
I do. I have one of my dogs with me right now. Yeah.
Show me, show me. It's
Ginger.
okay.
She's a big girl. She's a big girl.
Oh, wow.
Come here. Come here.
Oh my goodness, that's a huge dog.
She's
Wow.
very, very big.
Hello, he's big.
She is.
Whoa.
She's a French Mastiff.
Oh my goodness. What's her name?
Her name is Ginger.
Ginger. Oh, oh, Ginger looks spoiled. Hi, Ginger. Ginger is on camera. Hey, Ginger. Oh, Ginger is shy. Are you shy? Hey, do you have some advice for us too? Oh, he's shy. She's shy. Anyways, thanks, Ginger, for coming on. Well, Nathan, I cannot thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. I know let me see the question that came in on my WhatsApp. I know some questions that will be coming in, and I can tell you right now, oh yes, I knew that. Click and say on okay, I don't know if I want to ask you this, but I'm gonna text it to you if you want to answer it. Okay,
Sure.
I'll just text it right now. I'll forward the question to you. It's not a bad question.
As long as it's not like it doesn't breach any privacy.
No, no, this is a personal question. They just want to know: are you married?
Oh, that's cute. That's cute. I'm not married. No.
No,
I'm
but
not
the
married.
ring thing really don't matter. Some people are married and they can't wear their rings.
Personally, I would wear my if and when I get married, I'm gonna wear my ring.
What if it don't fit? What if it don't fit?
It's gonna fit. it's gonna fit.
Okay, so no, Nathan is not married.
I'm not. I'm single also.
Okay, so are you dating same person?
Am I dating someone?
Someone, yes.
Yeah, no. That's another thing. Because I'm young and I like to say I'm ambitious. I I've figured out that right now, this time in my life, it's not the right time for someone else. I
I
can't do
love
for them
that.
what they deserve, right? I don't have the time to do for another what I know that they deserve to receive from me. So
And
it's
that is
just not
coming
right.
from the kindness of a heart, not from a selfish place.
It some might see it as selfish, and that's why I kind of keep it out altogether. Like no relationships, no intimate, personal, no dating because it won't end well. I won't be able to provide for them what they deserve. It's really quite simple.
I want to see that from a kind heart, from a gentleman point of view, because a lot of young people are roaming around the streets, hurting other young girls, breaking their hearts, not because they want to, but just because they don't know how to manage what you are managing.
They can't help it, you know. I mean I'm still a man. I'm still a young man. I still think the way many men think. I just simply don't act on those thoughts.
You have
It's
control over your
yeah.
thoughts.
It's I know personally that things won't go the way they should, and I'm not prepared to sacrifice my plans, my goals, my ambitions to to be with another person. I'm not prepared to right now, and that's how I know. Okay, that's not the best idea.
Wow.
So
Wow.
yeah, it's
So
just
obviously, from talking to you, everything that I'm gathering, guys, one of the advice, a few of the advice is just a recap. Nathan said, watch less media, which I totally agree. I do not turn on the media in my house.
I don't.
All you need to know, you already know.
Hmm.
There's a fact. There's COVID-19. It's a fact. It's contagious. It's a fact. It's killing people. And it's a fact. It's been managed. And it's a fact. It's been researched to find the cure. All you need to know, you already know.
Hmm.
So the solution to you protecting yourself is already told you. Wash your hands, cover your nose or mouth. Don't put your hands in your face when you go out. All you need to know, you already know.
Hmm.
Watching the statics, and going through in detail what is going on, it's only going to hurt you.
That's
It's
right.
only going to hurt you. It's not going to bless you. So that's what Nathan is saying, and I totally agree with you. Another thing I picked up from our conversation is you have to look at something good in everything. There's
Hmm.
always something good, according to Nathan, which I completely agree with you. There's nothing in this life that is 100% bad. So find that good, work with the good, and keep yourself busy, your mind busy, your soul busy. And you talked about starting in the morning by dressing your bed, like you drop a coin on it, it will bounce. It gives you a sense of achieving something,
That's right.
gives you a sense of achieving something, and that could it could have a domino effect throughout
Hmm.
your day. Because if
Hmm.
you start by stepping down, do your bed, go on your knees, do your prayers, prepare your mind on what you're going to do for that day, and then you just be checking off your list. Before the day runs out, you see that you've achieved so much. That's what I gathered from you. All right. And then the other thing you said is, listen to good stuff that will help, keep your body and mind together in a positive attitude,
Yep.
instead of listening to the negative, and it keeps you scared. Like your friend, you give an example of your friend that,
Hmm.
listen to these things and keeping her in fear. We don't want to live in fear in this time. It's going to come,
I
it's going to pass.
That's right. I think, and there were a lot of campaigns going on in the summer about this, and it's just a reoccurring thing. Put your phone down, and that goes for during quarantine too. This doesn't mean use your phone more. This means you're at home. Use your phone less, right?
Wow.
Try and live a natural life, right? People 100 years ago didn't have phones. What do you
Less
think
than
they
that.
did in the day?
Less than 100 years ago.
Less than
Yeah.
100, right? What do you think they did in the day? At home, around the house, just pretend like you don't have a phone sometimes. I've been cutting down on my phone use quite a bit. That's why I haven't been as present on Instagram or Facebook. I've just been cutting down my phone use time and using this time for myself. Right. It's really important to try and get off of social media as much as you might be. Right. So if you're usually on it 2 hours a day, try and make it 30 minutes or an hour. Right. Because all over social media, you're going to see stuff and you don't notice it, but even if you see something for a split second, your mind is still processing it in some way or another, right?
Wow.
So that's negative media, pop-up ads, Instagram ads, Facebook ads, they're ads everywhere.
That's
And they're
right.
all talking about COVID-19 in some way because that fear is selling right now. That hot topic is selling right now. So don't any social media use, even using your phone, all the apps you use have ads of some sort, right? What do you really need your phone for if you're home all day? Talking to a friend, give them a phone call, a good old-fashioned phone call. If you have a landline, use that. Unfortunately for me, as a young person, nobody uses a landline, and no one does that old-fashioned calling. I'm lucky enough, I'm blessed enough that my mother, she raised me the way she did. We didn't have technology until we were a certain age. I think the first device I might have got, I got my phone in between grade 11 and grade 12 in the summer. That's when I got a cell phone. I didn't have a cell phone before that.
My children need to listen to you saying these things. Wow.
Look, the way I see it is no one is going to make you do anything you don't want to do, right? You need to believe it for yourself. It needs to be your truth. My truth can't be anybody else's truth. It has to be their own. If I can plant some seeds to help them come to a conclusion and accept that truth as their own truth, then that's an amazing thing. That's the best I can do. But people can't do the things that I do and have the same result. It has to be from them.
You have to be unique.
You have to be yourself.
You're created differently. Mm-hmm. You know, what I say to people, I said, be yourself because everyone else is taken. That's my slogan.
That's nice. That's good. That's good.
That's what I tell everybody. Always be yourself because everyone else is taken. So touche. Anyways, yeah. So another thing that you talked about also was you just spoke about it and then brought another truth out. Say your truth is your truth and my truth is my truth. Just before I let you go, I know I've kept you longer than 30 minutes.
Honestly, I have time. I set aside.
Awesome. We lost Mr. Jamaica. Where did he go?
He's at work right now. He's
okay.
Official, so
he is. Okay. We're going to get him and hear how he's doing next time. Not right now. Okay. So let's bring it back home now. Thank you so much for sharing your personal life with us. Back home in Canada, with everything going on, how are the young people around you taking this?
Well, as I said, everyone is different. So my friends who are international students, a lot of them have gone back to their home countries. My friends that are university students are doing all of their online classes and they're completing the semester with their exams being online. Everything's been graded to online. And so that hasn't been too much of an issue. Not attending classes isn't the biggest. It just means that they need to be more responsible and get those online lectures. Yep, more discipline. That's right. My younger brothers, because I have 4 younger brothers, it's hit them pretty hard. Grade school students, they can't finish their year. They can't go to classes, which they desperately need. Right. It's really hard to develop those skills to be self-regulated, right? Self-discipline. Yeah, it's really hard to develop those skills, and a lot of students don't develop them until university with online classes. But to be in grade school, working from home online, that's no way to receive an education. A lot of students learn differently. I myself learn differently, and I know that I need that teacher-student interaction to really learn.
The old-fashioned way.
Yeah, that's right. And so I think a lot of students in grade school are struggling right now. A lot of people in the fashion and modeling industry are struggling at the moment. Um, you can't go anywhere, right? Unless you're doing everything online on Instagram, you can't do things the old-fashioned way.
No.
Everything is linked to the media, and then the media is also it can make you or break you. It can hurt you or just be okay.
It's a tough situation. And also some parents are finding it very difficult also to be able to help their younger ones through this internet switch online study thing. My
Because kids are playing the game when they should be studying, right?
mm,
Um, I I really wish there was some kind of service. And when this all started, I was trying to think of ways that I could help students um, get their work done, you know, and stay connected to each other. But really, it's just all up to them, right? And their parents. Unfortunately, there's a burden on parents right now. They need to figure out how they're going to bring the bread home, and they have to figure out how they're going to keep their kids engaged, right? Parents need to remember your kids and their success at this young age, it's your responsibility, right? If you want your child to uh, adopt good studying habits at a young age, which will help them in the long run, that's on you, right? You can't just leave them. You got to help them because they need that help. They need that attention. And unfortunately, a lot of parents nowadays just can't offer that. And so I really, I feel for those parents and I feel for those kids. uh, I just hope that everyone can try a little harder to um, do what they need to do and give that attention to each other.
it's a really, really tough situation. For those of you just joining us, welcome Rita, Isakem, IB. My mama is on the line, Hajia Hadiza, all the way from New York. Sorry, not New York, from London, England.
London.
Yeah, Benedicta from Congo. Yeah, so thank you guys for joining. We're talking to a wonderful, wonderful, old hearted young man. You got me a nickname for you now.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
So yeah, it's been a really, really tough time, and for parents, I've spoken to few parents that. What do you say about parents that are not educated, and then they have like a 5 years old in grade one or grade seven, in between? It's hard. And I spoke to parents also that their children were studying in French and they're speaking English.
That's tough. That's really, really tough when it comes to different languages and different
So a
education levels.
huge mess.
Yeah, yeah. Very difficult. I'm lucky. I'm blessed that my mother is as intelligent as she is. Um, she helped bring me up as best she could.
Okay, so this is, oh my God. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. All right. Is anyone still there? Let me check. This is crazy. It was like a total, complete blackout. All right. It was like a total, complete blackout. Okay. This is crazy. I can't believe this. You would think this only happens in Africa, right? Anyways. So yeah, guys, so sorry we went off there for a little bit, but now we're back. And let's see who is there. Everybody is there. That's fantastic. So we're just gonna round up. There's much more stuff we're going to go on and even switch up to Instagram this evening so that more of Nathan's friends will come on. But guess what I'm gonna do? I have a friend that hosts a show on Instagram. She's watching you right now, so I'm pretty sure she'll be thumbs up. Yes, yes, I want to have him. So yeah, so we're gonna go on her show, and yeah, we'll continue because really what you're talking about is super super interesting and very well needed, very well needed. Not just I brought you on and say, oh, I want to speak to the youth, but you're actually speaking to me and a lot of the adults watching us, like seriously. So these things are very much needed. A lot of parents are home, like we said, they're very confused. They don't know, oh, when this is going to be over. They don't have help. But the education system, I must give them kudos
Mm-hmm.
because they are really trying. And
Mm-hmm.
one of the things I know they're doing is to making sure that, especially the low income earners that are not able to afford a computer in their home. Right here, I can't speak for other province, but I know the province of Ontario, they're giving them Chromebooks
Yep.
to the children, and
My
they can
brother's some
get,
Chromebooks. Yeah.
oh, okay, perfect. So they can get the Chromebooks, and they have access to the Blackboard
Mm-hmm.
on Google Class, and also they have access to teachers, live
Yep.
teachers that would
Now,
coach them, guide them. It's still not the same, but
and that's just it. That's just it. It's we're so blessed to have all the tools, right?
we
All the
are,
tools,
we
all
are.
of the different methods, right? But the one thing that you can't be taught on your own, you can't learn for yourself, is how to be taught, right? You can't.
Self-discipline.
Yeah, you need to learn how to learn
I
on
like
your
that.
own, right? And so that's what parents need to help their kids learn. They need that lesson is how to. This is a great lesson. This whole situation is a great lesson for children, right? Learning how to self-regulate with online classes for a grade school student to learn that lesson early on, they will be so successful in the future because everything after that implements online classes, online anything. Everything in the future has online stuff for students now. So this is a very much needed lesson if you think about it in that way. Um, so the students that succeed will prosper, and the students that fall behind will fall behind, and they'll be left in the past.
I'm actually learning quite a lot on media now because I used to be so lazy about it. My phone system before, and I just make a phone call and send WhatsApp messages and respond to my emails. That's basically what I do on the internet before. But now I'm learning to get more technical
Hmm.
on a lot of things because I mean it's a learning experience in every way. It's a 360-degree learning experience in all things,
Hmm.
so the 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 medical world, the medical system here, it's another thing that we are super grateful for because you don't have to say, I don't have money, so I can't go to the hospital in this pandemic time. They're doing a fantastic job. Everybody can go to the hospital and take care of themselves, where in the third world, you don't have that.
Hmm.
You don't have that. So it's what happened. Please don't do this again. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, so we don't have that. Another thing that we were just about talking about, I'm lost. There was something we were talking about before we got cut off.
Learning how to learn.
Learning how to learn. Yeah, that
Hmm.
was that was what we were talking about before. And guess what happened now? I can't even find where my guests are. You guys out there, just wave or say something. Let me see. I can't figure it out now, but that's okay. I know they're out there watching us. So, Nathan, again, I'm just going to round this up and just say, just because of the break, we're going to go on Instagram and really reach out, because the meat and potato of what you're saying, people need to hear it. And
Hmm.
everyone connected, please share this video. It was fantastic lesson for me as a grown up that immediately we got off, believe it or not, I went on my kids right away. I was telling them, hear what Nathan said, hear what Nathan said, you should do this. And really, they were on their phones. And I'm like, do less of your phone, just do something else. And
Put it down. If you can lose your phone, if you can lose your phone in today's time, it means one of two things. It means you're clumsy and irresponsible, or it
right,
means you're not on your phone that much, which is a good thing.
I
Which is
deliberately lose my phone to
that's
sleep.
yeah, right. If you can forget your phone at home, right, that's a good thing. It means you can live without your phone. If you
I
can
do
live with
that.
right, if you can live without your phone, that's good. If you who memorizes numbers? I don't memorize numbers. I can't. But people
I
used to
can.
do that, right? We have so many numbers that are so important to us, but the ones that are truly important, people aren't even memorizing nowadays, right? I mean, at least I memorize all my emergency contacts numbers, but people at one time could memorize up to however many numbers for a certain person. So being on your phone, unless you're looking something up or doing something productive, I mean, it's not necessary, in my opinion. I think
Hmm.
you can have more time for yourself and your family.
Absolutely. The phone takes quite a lot from you. It takes
And
quite a lot from you.
this is and I'm referring to frivolous use, right? Useless use. If you're talking to someone across the world, which I do often, then that makes sense, right? The phone isn't all that bad, um, just
Unless
poor
you're
use of it.
looking something up or doing something productive. No, but the thing is, talking on the phone is different from I mean, talking something valuable on the phone is different from just chatting away on Instagram, for jump from Instagram to Twitter, from Twitter to Facebook, from Facebook, yeah, like the finger syndrome,
Yeah,
you know.
it's your eyes. It's your eyes. They're taking in that information. Stuff you look at for a split second. Your brain's filtering that, right? filtering the stuff that you like and you don't like. Your brain is filtering it. It's just information, a screen, an LED screen, stuff going into your brain, right?
And
Go outside.
you
Come
know,
on.
a lot of people don't even think about it that way, the way you're saying it. A lot
That's
of
how the
people
world is now. This is what we're going into, I think.
don't think about. I have one of the ladies that the family is hey Nevin, how are you? We just went through a fantastic advice that would help your situation, your children learning in French, and you don't speak French, and how you're managing and trying to go through it. We just talked about that. So please go back and listen to the video all over again. Thanks for the new people joining and all the other people that were patiently waiting. I love you so much. I don't know what happened. The whole system just went off. I think, Nathan, you were sharing some very valuable thing that was kicking the devil's butt. And that's why he got mad at us. Anyway, so yeah, Nathan, thank you so, so very much.
My pleasure.
I am just full of gratitude for you to take out time to come speak to the young people out there. I'm not going to repeat everything that you've said. The video is going to be online. Repost it, and the people that are just joining, please repost this video. It needs to be heard, especially when it's coming from the mouth of a babe. We need to hear this. It's pure, it's genuine, it's real. Unadulterated truth is what Nathan has shared with us. So I plead with you guys, post the video. We have a live show today by Isokem IB. The official handle on Instagram is official Isokem IB. So she's going to be live on Instagram by 7 p.m. We should get on it because she is talking about the same thing, but in the entertainment industry. So what is the life of the entertainers today, and how is that affecting a lot of people? So these are the things she talked about, super juicy. So guys, join us live at 7 p.m. on Instagram today. Again, Nathan, thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you, and keep doing the great job that you're doing. I see you. It might sound cliche or maybe trying to pump you, but God is my witness. From the first day I saw you, I told you the same thing off camera that I'm going to say now. You are a great leader. And I see you as one of the PMs of Canada someday. I don't know how. I'm not a pastor. I'm not prophesying, but I just feel it inside of me that you would be in a position of authority, that it's going to have such a big wings that people can fly on. That's what I saw the very first day I met you. The second time I met you, I told you the same thing, and that same word coming to me again. And it's funny that I'm saying it live. So if you don't become it, they'll say Queen lied. So better become it.
Thank you. Thank you so much for
God
your
bless you. You
words.
have a wonderful time. Take care.
You too. You
Okay,
too.
bye. Please, if you have any final words.
Yeah, yeah. My
Okay.
my final words. Thank you for your kind words.
Mhm.
Thank you for everyone who's watching today. Um, Hearing things like that really, really reaffirm me, and it's really important to hear those things, because there's times where when you're stuck in a continuous routine, or even out of a routine and not really keeping up the way you hope. It's really important to hear how other people view you and see you, because it helps you, know you're doing something right.
Awesome. I'm glad.
So I
I'm glad
really
that
appreciate
makes you
that.
feel that way. Thank you. What is your social handle in case people want to just follow you and see the things you
You
do?
you can follow my Facebook page. It's at MR Canada 2019, and
Okay.
you can follow my Instagram. It's lowercase n period o period Johnson. That's
Okay.
N.
That is the soldier in you making everything difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, N dot O
it's
dot
it's my
Johnson.
initials, Nathan Oliver Johnson. It's my initial.
Okay. Okay.
It's
So
something I would change, but my business
okay.
cards, right?
All right. So on Instagram, he is lowercase n dot o dot Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
That is at n dot o at dot Johnson.
That's right. N.
And
O. Johnson.
okay, and Facebook is
Um, Nathan Johnson on Facebook, or just Mr. Canada 2019. So MR Canada 2019.
perfect. So, guys, go follow him and see more juicy things coming from Nathan. One habit that you have that I'm copying, and I'm really copying, is when you spoke to me, you said you exercise anywhere, anytime, any place. And
Everything is exercise, right? Just anything you're doing physically, just do it a little harder. There you go.
nice. I would remember that. Thank you so much, Nathan. You have a great day.
You too.
Okay, bye.
All right. Bye.
All right, guys, that brings us to the end of another wonderful day. I am so sorry about the outage there that we had temporarily, and everybody that hanged on waiting for us. God bless you. Like I said to you guys, I don't know how long I'm going to keep doing this, but for now, I would do my best to keep bringing you guys everyday, ordinary, real people that are going through this real time with real experience in these real situations. And we're not CNN, nothing against all the media outlets, but these are real people talking real experiences in this real time. So hang on with us every day at 2 p.m. I'll be on Facebook Live, and the video will be out there for you to go and re-listen to. I got Hefziba on. Now we're not even going anywhere. Hi, Hefziba. How are you? Were you online all through? Okay. Okay. I was almost going to sign up, but you know what? I'm bringing you on. Why not? I'm bringing you
Well,
on.
thank
Ooh,
you.
nice to see you.
Nice to
How are
meet
you
you.
doing?
Well, I'm fine, doing as well as I can. It's we're in our houses, so it's just so much that we
Is,
can do.
is it depressing? That's a straight question.
Honestly, yes, yes. I mean, there are days where you want to actually be productive or try to do things, but then you wake up and you're like, I don't have anywhere to go. There's not really that motivation to like do anything, and I hardly sleep well. So the quarantine makes it harder because lose track of time doing one thing or the other. If you're not reading something, you're watching TV or you're eating, so it can be very depressing because you're not seeing your friends. So I mean, FaceTime is FaceTime, but you're not able to actually go out. So
Actually, it's amazing that you're saying this way because um, a lot of the guy that I spoke with earlier. See, this is why I love this show. I love this show so much that um, a lot of I love this show so much because I just spoke to a young guy earlier than just
yeah.
a few minutes ago. I'm sure you were listening. He saw the whole situation very, very differently. He saw it as a long summer break, which mentally keeps him sane. Okay, and he saw that he's going to make the best use of this time to prepare him for when this situation is come and go.
Mhm.
And I would say the same thing to you. But you know what? You're being really honest with us here. And I'm sure a lot of your other friends are going through the same thing. So, what
Oh
do
no,
you
they
think
are.
is, go ahead.
They are like we're all trying to be productive, but it's not every day that
No.
it happens, right? That's why I said like it can get depressing because during this time I read books, so I've been reading and doing as much as I can behind the scenes for like my businesses, things that I can learn, so that at the end of this I can actually do or use and utilize. But like there are certain days where you just don't feel like you're not motivated enough to do it, and that was like the past 2 days for me. It was just I just didn't want to like get up and look at a screen all day or try to do anything pretty much. So that's why I said it can get depressing. For some people it's a break from the regular fast-paced life that they have,
Mm-hmm,
but
mm-hmm.
for other people, it's true. For other people, it's like you want to use this time to like take some time for yourself, learn new things and all that, but still, because it's a different environment from what you're used to, you're also getting used to like changes and all of that. So definitely there it's weighing on a few of my friends for sure, because they're bubbly, the activity, oh let's do this, let's do that, let's go
Mm-hmm.
bowling or this and that, the ones that's just force you out of your house. So like I try to check in on them because they're with family, and well, they're all doing the best that they can,
Wow.
trying to stay motivated. We actually had a Zoom call at some point with a few of us. We just talked about how everyone was doing just to check in, and then we ended up praying together, which I found was amazing. Because it's very much needed. You don't know what people are dealing with, especially at home, and this time some people are not working, don't have any alternative income aside from the benefits that the government is now providing, which they have to wait, apply for, and all of that. So I can understand how it can get like depressing, especially for people who no longer have like a source of income, even as young adults, because I mean, that's what they used to sustain themselves. So, yeah,
Not just young adults, even
adults as well.
adults. Yeah.
I'm just saying specifically because I know my friends how they are dealing with it. It's quite interesting to see it, like to see like different age groups, and with the rate of responsibility. It's different for each um I won't say age group and each person, to be honest. So it's just been an interesting couple weeks.
And this is why, a show like this, I think, is super, super important because a lot of other young people are going to listen to this and listen to you and see that they are not alone.
Hope
They're
they
not
listen.
alone.
Yeah. Yeah, it does take a toll on the mind, especially if you're not used to isolation, right? For me personally, right now I live alone. My brother is also alone in Ottawa. It's different because we sort of already have this idea of being alone. But for people who live, like, I would like my brother to be here because technically I don't want to be alone, and I worry about him too. So like it has you thinking about family,
Wow.
things, and you're just wondering what your brother is doing or what your mom is doing or what your dad is doing. But some other people are privileged to have their family in one place. Some people want to run away from their families but they can't.
No.
So I just find myself thinking about like all those kinds of situations and just laughing, having conversations with myself. I think it's really important because for me, this time has helped me to kind of still take a break, because everybody's taking a break, kind of, and working on themselves. I was on a live yesterday with a friend of mine. We were talking about the topic overcoming,
Mhm.
because I had spoken about having like a virtual prayer community, kind of. Um,
Please do. Please do. It's highly needed.
it's I'm working on the link to like put it up by Monday next week. Just a few
Okay.
people had a couple questions, so I will get the details out by the weekend. But we're talking about it, and one thing that really popped out was this isolation period is for individuals, it's for ourselves, it's for our families, and then the result of it is for everybody, because we have to take care of ourselves so that at the end of the isolation everybody is safe. Whatever you learn, you can give back to the community. All this I plan to, you can actually put your plans into like motion, and then it helps the general community.
Mhm.
So just learning new things, building new habits. I think people forget that you can actually learn new habits even when you're alone.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
this time for me, despite being able to sleep all day, and having the opportunity to eat whatever you want, I think it's the best time to try to cultivate an actual schedule. Like wake up at this time, do this at this time. Not like too strict or rigid, but at least your wake up and sleep time should be monitored so that you're not just letting yourself loose. Because come the time where you have to go back to work, it's not going to be hard because your body is now forming the habit of staying awake all night or all that. But yeah, it's just the little things anyway.
That is a very good point that, it's a good time to cultivate a habit. And if we're home for 30 days, habits are formed within 30 days.
Absolutely.
So if you have a habit of eating late, this is a good time to. I'm talking to myself.
I'm speaking to myself too. Oh God, if my mom
This
is
is,
watching, she'll be like,
yeah,
Hello.
this is a good time for me to say, 6 o'clock, my kitchen
Yeah,
door is closed.
yeah.
So I'm trying,
It's
I'm
hard. It's
really
really hard.
trying, because the fridge is staring at you, it's just looking at you, and it's
the good
calling
thing
you like,
the
come
good
on,
thing
come on.
about it is all the food in my house now you have to actually make an effort to prepare it. So it's not like you can I don't
Ah,
snack. Like I don't
okay.
like cookies and all those things. So like I don't have them like at my beck and call. So if I have to eat, I have to like make something. So it kind of
Helps
discourages me.
because of the time it would take
Yeah.
to prepare the
So I'm like,
food.
ah, if I prepare this now, it's going to take this amount of time, and then I just cook in small portions so that if I have a lot, I know I can just go. So I just mind myself because I know the stress sometimes of cooking, standing there. You now wait for meat that you want to be chewing for like 30, 45 minutes. So I just use that to like put myself in order. Usually.
That is another great point. So earlier when we were speaking with Mr. Supernatural Canada, Nathan gave a pointer. He said you should watch less media, just to help you out.
Mm-hmm,
Because he said watch less media. If you were on media for 2 hours, cut it down to 30 minutes
mm-hmm,
and replace it with something that you would want to learn.
mm-hmm,
And then he talks about looking at everything, find something good in the
mm-hmm,
situation. Okay. And then he spoke about listening to good motivational things. So if you're preparing to go online for prayer line, then you should be listening to a lot of great preachers right now. Soak yourself in it. And another powerful thing that you can do too is questioning the Holy Spirit now, because the book of John talks about, guys, we're not preaching, but I gotta go there because that's where my heart is.
Are people worried about you preaching?
No, nobody cares. Like I'm
Jesus is in
not
the
a preacher.
details. Jesus is in
He's
the details.
always in
So
the
there's no
details.
how we cannot talk
Always.
about him.
So yeah, so the book of John says the Holy Spirit is the one that, dissect everything in the secret and bring
It's
to
to our
you,
God.
to your knowledge. So now is the time for you to start asking the Holy Spirit in the secret to start telling you the things that you will pray about.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you pray the right prayers, somebody now will be out there and say there's no right or wrong prayer. There is, because the Holy Spirit said that we know not what to pray. So He's the one that is going to show you. See, I prove it. He's the one that is going to show you where to pray and what to pray about.
That's actually very like you are literally saying most of the things that like I spoke to my mom. I think it was before like 2 or 3 weeks ago before the whole idea came up because I was you know the whole situation makes they're all sending about corona this death rate this they are sharing more of fear than hope. So
That's
it was
right.
honestly making me very uncomfortable as a Christian because if we know that God is in control, in as much as there is fear, if we just leave everything to him, there's a difference in his response and our peace. Like it's you will see isolation differently. So personally I took up this challenge that before I try to have like 30, 45 minutes personal time or morning devotion or whatever it is. So I challenge people, if you're using 5 minutes every day to pray, make it 10. If you're doing 30 minutes, make it an hour. Like start bringing,
Mm,
because we have limited distractions now in our homes. We're not going out often, we're not commuting, so that time that we would usually put somewhere else. I know some people are even more busy this time because schools are sending out courses, work is sending out extra workload, but
Yeah.
then you can still, like, even while you're eating, or that time you want to watch TV, you can put, even if it's just push yourself an extra 5 minutes. You find that you're building a habit of like living in the presence of God. Like, it's different when you're constantly having a conversation and praying about things, and God is actually teaching you the things about yourself so that you can use this time to, like, I mean, would you rather somebody, your friend or people outside, point fingers at you, than God in your own house is just telling you, okay, this is where you are, or
Mm,
get better
wow.
way, So that's one of the reasons why the whole thing about the prayer, it's actually called the retreat. That's the
Okay.
prayer virtual prayer community. So essentially, people who need support in prayer would send their prayer requests if they would like us to pray collectively together. We also intercede for other people because, like, the healthcare workers and essential businesses, they're putting themselves at risk as well. Not everybody knows Jesus, but Jesus knows everybody. And if we can
Oh,
pray for
that's a good
everyone,
one.
and if we can pray for everyone, even if they don't know him, even while they're at home, he can meet them where they are. It doesn't matter how. And we're supposed to actually be praying for these people so that somehow, somewhere, no matter what, they would realize that, what, this is actually God working. It's not just coincidence, or it's not just any, spiritual thing, right? So they can actually realize it, because I think now is a good time even to dedicate those Zoom calls to, praying together and things. That's the whole idea of it. So
We're
I
gonna have a very interesting time on Sunday by 2 p.m.
yes,
I'm
ma'am.
bringing a pastor online, and we're gonna be throwing questions at him. I will do it
That's
more of
awesome.
questions.
That would be great.
Yes, Sunday at 2 p.m. we're gonna have a pastor live, and we're gonna be throwing questions at him, because one thing that you just said is when people don't know Jesus, but Jesus knows everyone. A lot of the pastors and a lot of our Christian brothers and sisters today are not making this point
Mm,
physically known. We say it, but we're not living it,
that's true.
because we are living just like the world people, in fear. You talk to a Christian person, he will not tell you COVID came, but maybe he didn't meet me at home. They will tell you, oh, yes, COVID came, I opened the door and I saw it, because they are on the TV too. They're watching news. So it's imputing more fear. This situation must be definitely difficult, more difficult for you guys that are international students that don't have your families around.
Mm-hmm. It's,
So
it,
how
it,
are everyone? Do you guys have a team together? Do you know each other? Are you so? What is
it,
your support system?
um, I mean, every international student, I believe, has their group of friends that they've gone to school with,
Okay.
or they have a church that they go to. At least for my church, I know that I'm a youth leader in my church, so we try to take numbers of all the youth. There's a school called the Great Lakes College, which I went to,
Okay.
that is just by the church. So we check in on them to see how they're doing. Our church, even, like, thankfully, people are, because that school, they don't, well, let me not put them on blast. That's a topic for another time.
That's
But,
fine.
like, there are students who are trying to manage themselves and
Okay.
funds and things. Like, even if they I don't, well, they're very young, and I mean, at that age, personally, they don't allow them cook there, so they provide them food. So they might not have the food that they want at every single point in time. And then there are
Mm-hmm.
other students who, as international students, I guess some people don't have the work benefits or the eligibility to apply for the employment support that the government is giving. So some of them are just living based off whatever their parents send. And as we know, thankfully, the amount has dropped in Nigeria, but, like, it's still a lot for international students to be able to convert that money and even manage during this time, because we don't know how long it's going to take.
That's
So
true.
the leadership and the church have tried their best to support. I'm actually packing up some food items that people supported each other to create to give some students just so that
Wow.
they're able to at least depend on each other.
I
it's
love
it's
that.
really not the clapping. Like I appreciate that,
I
but
know,
also
I
to
know, but
encourage people because we don't know what
Viva,
they are doing, right?
this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. You think that maybe you're talking to Queen, or maybe I'm trying to get famous, or we're talking just to look
I
pretty.
mean, God is
No.
taking us now.
The
So
reason I started doing this, I'll tell you, and I'm not ashamed to say it. My friend started an Instagram page to help entertainers figure out where we are, where we're going.
mm.
Her Instagram handle is at official Isokem IB. You know her.
Okay, I
All right. So she started that, and I saw that. The moment I got off that show, I'm like, wow,
that's
what
amazing.
she's doing is amazing, because these entertainers need to go out to be able to make money.
Yeah.
Who are you going to entertain who in your living room? So it was a big problem. She found a solution for it. And then
Mhm.
when I came off that, I called her. I said, wow, God bless you, because you just opened my eyes to the everyday, ordinary people that are sitting at home. Nobody's talking about them. I've
Mhm.
always been for everyday, ordinary people. The Vigo Awards International is for everyday, ordinary people. My
Mhm.
charity organization is for everyday, ordinary people. So I am always for that. So when you said that you picked up this food to go give to the people that may not have to eat, you got my heart. And that's why I clapped. I did not clap for what you are doing, I clap for the thing that is being done. Do you
Oh,
see
we
what
thank
I'm
you
saying?
much. Yes.
Because, yeah, because a lot of people think they don't have enough, so they can't give. You can always give, always. And there is always something to give. There's your word of mouth to give to a friend for encouragement. There's just even your hug now that we can't hug. Throw
Mhm.
a hug. I can hug you right now. I can blow you kisses right now, right? You
Yeah.
can call up somebody and just pray for them. That is something you're giving. So when people talk about giving, I have always been giving in my life. This show started from a giving of a knowledge of
Mhm.
another person. You see what I'm saying? So she gave her time. I was privileged enough to watch it. I picked it up and I said, you know what? Why don't we do this on the other area? You running the entertainment area, I would run the everyday ordinary people. What you're sharing right now will help us all. They would listen to
I
you and
hope
say,
so.
wow, she's in the same situation with me. What Nathan shared earlier, what Dr. Murray shared the day before, and everything, go back and watch the video. They're super packed with wisdom and knowledge and helpful hints. I just learned two things from you just now. One of the things you said cultivate an actual schedule so that you can build on a habit that you don't have before, or break a habit that you have and it's not good for you. So there is good in this. There is good in this. Okay. Another thing you said, you're cooking small portion. I never thought about it. I wish I could open my fridge for you. I was cooking big so that I don't have to cook every day. But then it make me, the food is there, the food is there. Come eat me, come eat me.
Especially when it's sweet.
Exactly. You see, that's what it's. And now I get to even prepare the things that I want to eat.
Mm-hmm.
So now I take my time and I make my traditional food that
We're seeing your
before you
WhatsApp
know it,
status now. We're just hearing everybody everywhere. Sometimes I
right?
open it and I'm like, oh God,
I know.
I can't.
I did that for 1 week and then I went on water for 1 week
Okay.
and I actually lost some weight. I wish I could show before and after picture. So it helped, but that was not dieting, it was just cleansing because I've
Mm-hmm.
been on the road a lot eating junk. So I just decided
We
to just
thank God.
cleanse. I know, and then another thing that you touched about that was very, very important. You said the house right now is less distractive. Very valid point. Because before, there's either visitor ringing your bell or there's a place you got to run to go in the
Mhm.
middle of you doing something. Now you are home. There's no distraction. So
I
anything
agree.
you need to catch up on, you need to catch up on those things. If you want to, you can,
Mhm.
which was what Nathan shared earlier. So again, thank you so so very much. I know you picked
And
up
appreciate.
a hobby recently. I don't know how that is going. How is that
Yes.
going?
Well, it's going really well. I would say it's just because it's a client-based
Face to
service.
face service,
It's
yeah.
hard to actually like say we're doing something. But regardless, practicing, keeping myself busy, learning other things, learning about other people in their businesses, what they've gone
Mhm.
through, understanding setting, logistics, operations, things people would prefer. Just going through, because it's a, okay, I don't think people know, it's called the Underground Beauty Bar. So essentially, I
Okay.
offer beauty and specialized self care services. So like our ladies who like lash extensions, getting your brows waxed. Very soon we'll be doing nails by the grace of God. So like those little things, right? It's people, we need people to be able to learn and get better. But then there are people who have already started their businesses that are sharing their knowledge on YouTube, their platform. So just
Mhm.
learning, listening, keeping myself updated. Like there are different people in different parts of the world that have different skill sets, even within the industry. So just understanding how um they do things, the things that they use, what their customers prefer, just looking into the little details, I would say. So
That's
just
fantastic. And another thing that you can do right now too is keep promoting what you're doing as a teaser.
mm,
And you know how they put a flyer as a coming soon, so that
mm-hmm,
the eyes can keep seeing it,
yeah,
So that's
yeah,
a way of building your client base. Send out a survey. That's another thing you can do too. Send out a survey, how many people would like to have an underground, lashes, whatever you're doing.
mm-hmm,
Send out a survey, see how many people will be interested in things like that. And through that survey, what you're doing is you're gathering clientele, you're gathering information of clientels,
mm-hmm,
for when you are ready to actually go, mass email them,
yeah.
So
That's really good. I did not think about the survey part. I was thinking a whole another direction. So thank
see,
you very much.
that's very
Thank you
good. So
very much.
I'm glad that helped. Yeah. So those are ways we just keeping ourselves going. Unfortunately, our motherland is not, doing very well right now. But in your prayers, remember Nigeria. Remember the
Yeah.
entertainers there. Definitely remember Nigeria because it's. I don't even want to begin to go in there.
I
But
can't
one thing
afford to forget. My parents are there.
I know, I know. Well, I'm going to try very hard to be bringing people from Nigeria on the show so that we have first class hand information on what is happening on ground. Guys, tomorrow we're going to be having, tomorrow is what? Friday? Friday we're having, yeah, Friday, we're having a financial advisor that is going to be here. So please don't miss the show. He's been in the industry for over 20 years. So he will have something to tell us about how we can manage our finances right now for this time to be able to carry us through, and also how we can manage it after the crisis. Because believe it or not, nothing is ever going to be the same again.
That's very
Never,
true.
never, never. Everything, the way we do business, is
It's
never
going
going
to
to be as
change.
usual. So these informations will be super effective for especially small business owners.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Sunday, we're having our pastor that is going to come online. So all the questions of tithe, pay tithe, don't pay tithe, what is the end of the world coming?
I have some
Prepare all those
questions
questions.
that I would like
Okay,
him to answer, like perspective wise.
perfect,
I would definitely. Can we
perfect.
send
So
those in before time so that to your question?
absolutely, yes, yes. If you have questions, my number is on screen. Send me those questions. Like some of the questions Nathan got today actually came in before the show.
Okay,
So
awesome.
yeah, send those questions and I would give it to him so
You can.
that way he's prepared.
Okay.
And yeah, so that's Sunday. I am supposed to be doing this show only Monday to Friday, but because of the need of what needs to be said just at this period, I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to do my best to keep running it. It's not easy, but I'll keep running it considering a lot of other things that I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
But after this, I don't know if I'll be doing every day, guys. I might go back. I was fighting my friend this afternoon that introduced me to all of this. It's okay, my big. The Lord God Almighty will continue to bless you. I love you very much, but not this one. So please join her live at 7 p.m. today on
Okay.
Instagram at official Isokem IB.
Okay.
Okay, so she's going to be there. I will be there. And join us tomorrow at 2 p.m., same time. And you'll be listening to the financial advisor. Saturday, we're going to be talking to a single mother
Okay.
that is raising two boys,
That
and
has
she's
to be very
working two
interesting.
jobs. So she's coming on live. She's local. So she's going to come on live. Lindiwe, she's from Zimbabwe. So she's going to be coming on live. And then on Sunday, of course, we have the pastor. And then on Monday, we have a musician that is going to be joining us from Kenya. And then on Tuesday next week, I'm giving you guys the program. So you need to come on. On Tuesday, we're going to have Mr. Ibu.
That is going to be
We're going to have
interesting.
Mr. Ibu live on this place. He's already told me that he's going to use his stomach to speak to us. So I'm looking forward to that. So I'm going to try all the time, every day, to find some humor in all of this and make it interactive, make it interesting. And if you would like to come on the show, please inbox me. I'll schedule you. And I'm going to schedule you specially to come back on the show with
Okay.
some other two youths. So we have like a panel. And
Okay.
I want to see just you guys' different opinion. I wish you were on with Nathan today. It was completely two different opinion.
Well, we'll see.
So
Maybe
yeah,
next
we're
week.
gonna figure that out. So I'm going to find two more youths to add to you, and we bounce off each other and
Okay.
help the other youths out there.
Awesome.
Thank you
No
so
problem.
much.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you so much.
having me very briefly.
You're very welcome. Have a wonderful day.
You too. You too. Bye.
All right, guys, this time is for real. Bye. Make sure you share the video. That's the only way you will encourage me to keep going on. Give us thumbs up and follow me on Instagram at De Queen Amina. So DE, not TEH. It's DE Queen Amina on Instagram. Follow me and click like on Facebook under this video. Thank you guys, and God bless you.